we are going to work on deploying our API, the one healths controller, basically the endpoint, to where we'll be able to call it from something like Postman. Because right now we can only do it locally, which isn't ideal. Right, we want to do it remote. So that's what we'll be working on today. So yeah, let's get going. Let's get going. All right. So go into our dashboard. We got launch Soku, and we want to deploy this little cutie. I know we're going to need to put some environment variables in there. I just don't know what yet. So, add root directory used for build and deploy steps. Correct. So we're going to go /apps/API. And yeah, that's great. Public net we're gonna allow. We're gonna do a custom domain in a second. Let's just get deployed first. Deploy. Let's see if this shows up for us. No logs right now, but that's chilling. I'm surprised this MCP is online actually, because I don't know if this even knows. Yeah, see, this isn't right. We're gonna have to do this too. There's nothing in the MCP right now. Add root directory. Apps, MCP, and then this will be apps, workers. I don't need to deploy this or this right now. We're just getting the API going. But we have a fail. Please check build logs for more details. Let's go in here. I'm attempting to deploy the API on Railway, but I'm running into this build error. Yo, what up, Amish? I am live on YouTube actually. Yeah, dude, long time no see, dog. I haven't heard from really anyone in the trading world from a long time. How you been, bro? Oh, sorry. This is the build error, dude. Namespace specific prefix. Let me look at the Docker file. I didn't even think we needed Dockers, to be honest, for railway deployments. But saying we do, so maybe we do. Dude, that's insane. What kind of trip was it? Like, what was the purpose? Just like a road trip? That's dope though, dude. Sounds like you're kicking off summer the right way. Are you still trading and stuff, Amish? Oh, bro-in-law got married, spent time with family. Nice, dude. Nice, dude. That's sick. Congrats to your bro-in-law. Marriage is a beautiful thing. All right. Fix build config, git push. Wait, did I not add anything? I thought I did. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. CD. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so let's push this up to production, and then we'll try and deploy this little cutie on Restream again. Or sorry, on Railway. The thing is, because we have it's set up to listen to GitHub, so for this one it waits on the settings, it waits for CI, so when I push to main, this should automatically deploy once it gets up there. So yeah, this just finished, and this should automatically deploy, which is part of, like, not really the agentic system that we're building. I'm buying cars. I set up appointments for a used car lot. Dude, that's dope. Oh, in DFW, dude? I don't know if you know, but I live in DFW. Let's check it out. Maverick Motors. Did I spell that right? Yeah, I live up in Prosper. You have a good memory, dude. That's crazy. Oh, sick, dude. Okay, so you're setting up appointments for used car lot. Nice, dude. That's dope. Do they have any cool stuff? That's some snazzy cars, dude. Hell yeah. That's dope. There's some cool stuff. A little M3, dude. I think Surog has an M3. I think. Hold on, let me see what this is doing. Ooh, building, and it's taking a longer time now, which is always a good sign. We'll just let that go while I look at these cars. Little Bentley. Nice, dude. Very cool. Do they have any? Yeah, what are their Audis in stock? A4, RS5, RS5. Dude, these e-trons are actually pretty dope. I'm not super big into electric cars just in general, but e-trons are dope. So, that's cool, dude. Alright, well, this did fail, but it's probably a different one. Okay. Failed to calculate checksum. See, this is all stuff that I'm not particularly familiar with. Let's go back in here. Oh, nice, dude. Wait, so do you live? You probably don't live in this area. You probably still live. Are you in Ohio? I can't remember. I know you're in the Midwest, I feel like. I can't remember where exactly you were back when. Yeah, all that stuff. Settings, source. Okay, fixing the railway dashboard. Go to your API service settings source. Okay, let's throw this over here and throw this over here. Let's go into the railway dashboard settings. This guy. Oh, dude, let's hang out, bro. I didn't know you were in the area. When did you move here? I didn't know that. Oh, wait. Is this the same Amish that I'm thinking about? Did you use, because I've never seen, obviously, Auto Trader. I'm just going off of the Amish part. I'm almost positive. Okay, just making sure it's not some other person that I met and I don't remember. I'm fairly certain I only know a couple Amish people. That's dope, dude. Let's, okay, Kentucky. See, that's what I thought. So originally I thought you lived in Kentucky. I'm not even lying. But you said that you traveled to Kentucky, you know, on your little road trip with the family and stuff. And so I was like, well, he must not live in Kentucky because he traveled there. And so I made a wild guess. But I did say you lived in the Midwest. So I'll have to say you have a better memory than I do. I don't know how you remembered that I lived in Prosper. But Denton's like 45 minutes from me, dude. Let's go grab a drink or something. An iced tea. Or something. I don't remember. Yeah. So you moved here the first of the year, about 4 months, 5 months. That's cool, dude. That's dope. Okay, let's go to your API services settings source. I hate it when they don't have. Wait. Settings. Repo source. Sometimes labeled source directory. Settings. Is this in the project settings or the deployment settings? That's cool, dude. Are you liking Texas so far? Oh, sure. Let me, how do I get that over there? Let me see. Yeah, YouTube's a little better. I'll try and get it over there in a second. It's a good spot, dude. Dallas can get a little boring sometimes, but it's a good spot, bro. We like it here. Despite the reason we ended up moving for, but you know how it is. Oh shoot, I just shared it. Wait, can I undo that? Whatever. I just shared it. The only way I can like look at the comments on the stream is if I watch it from another device. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but the comments on TikTok don't come through the streaming software, which is OBS and Restream are the two that I use. Restream is to like stream it to multiple places at once, but the comments from TikTok don't come into the comments on the Restream app thing, which is unfortunate. So I have to like, so I'm watching the TikTok on my other account and just to like read the comments, which is kind of silly, but there's probably a better way to do it. I just haven't looked at it yet. They are good. Restream's good. I like Restream. Yeah, I just wish that there was a way to throw all of the comments and stuff into this streaming software over here. Path, open your road project, click API and services titles. Okay. Settings. I don't see that anywhere, dude. This has got to go. So does this. Is it because... No.
Space where you, everything I feel with someone.
Oh. Maybe TikTok doesn't let. Maybe TikTok doesn't let doesn't let you send links in the chat. It should just be. I mean, it's on my YouTube. I think it's just Chase Garcia. Nope. Is it user? It's just first name and last name, I believe. Oh, it's at Chase Garcia, yeah. Yeah. So youtube.com/@ Chase Garcia. I should be live there. I appreciate you tuning in, dude. I really appreciate it. And if you don't make it over there, you know, I know you just got home and stuff. Don't feel like you have to stay and hang out. I know you're probably beat, but I appreciate you hanging out and chatting, dude. Would love to see you. If you got some time soon, it'd be fun. Be a good time. Okay. I don't see this setting anywhere. Let's throw this back over here. Service settings, not project settings. What? Launch Soku. Settings. I don't get it.
Space where you, everything I feel with someone.
Amish, do you
It's all is true, and I'm about to feel.
Oh, I bet, dude. I bet. Yeah, but I appreciate you coming and hanging out regardless, dude. Thanks for chatting and telling me that you live 45 minutes from me, dude. Let's hang out soon. That'd be fun. Catch up. I haven't seen you since I think since that retreat up in Tahoe, dude. Which was it's had to have been like 2 years. So I literally just asked that. Okay. This settings. You'll see a canvas, one more service titles boxes. Click the API service title. Panel aside the panel settings tab. Deployments, variables, metrics, yeah. Scroll down and find the source section, root directory field. If you only see one service, that's the one, okay. So root directory, which is this. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And then what did it say to do? It said, after that, the entire monorepo becomes the build context and railway tunnels. Whoa, okay. Set it empty. Oh, okay. So I'll just go. This is what it's telling me to do. Because it's reading this file. It's reading this railway.toml file from the Docker file. So let's try that. Click this, deploy. See if that cooks. Harvey Miller. Dude, now you just got me confused. Harvey. Oh, dude. You're either this is Amish playing games with me or I'm getting punked, dude. Which I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt me getting punked, dude. If it is Amish, yeah, see, I can't see anything. Ex-Amish following Jesus. Now I'm just confused, dude. You got me thrown. Okay. I want to... This. Save. Deploy. Alright. Go into deployments. View logs. Let's see what this gets us. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's a different person. Okay, I got you. Now I'm remembering. So I know this other guy. His name's Amish Trader. I think Amish Trader. So not Amish Auto Trader, but just Amish Trader. And he does stock market trading. And I met him probably 4 or 5 years ago, but I haven't heard from him in a while. And so I thought you were him. But I do think that he lives somewhere in the Midwest. Oh, I love golf, dude. I'm not very good. I have a good time. But yeah, we should still hang out. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Okay, build logs for more details. I apologize for the confusion though, because I thought that you were the other guy that I met like 2 years ago. Okay, where is this? Build logs. Okay. Yeah. Stock trading, I did stocks for a long time, never found much success to be honest. I bounced around a lot of different stuff. Tried too much too soon. Trading is hard. Trading is not easy. Okay. All right, let's try that. It picked up the deployment, or sorry, the branch update. Goal for this stream is to get the API deployed on staging and production so that I can develop properly and not gunslinging like everyone else. Okay, build logs. No build logs yet. Deploy logs? No. Network flow. Okay. Yeah, I do enjoy golf though. It's a good time. I'm aware. This is on Railway. Previously I've done, God. Wait, what? Oh, okay. This is just some NPM stuff, so I think I know what this is going to be, but frozen log file. Post install failed. Packages DB post install failed. Yeah. wonder if, just out of curiosity, I wonder if there's any skills MP. If you don't know, if you've never gone to his website, it's called skillsmp.com. This guy just basically scrapes GitHub, I think, and dumps in a bunch of the open source agent skills to this website, which is pretty cool. And so you can like kind of go in here and search for something if you want it. So I'm going to search for a railway one and see if anyone wrote anything for railway. Database, not that one. Manage railway deployments, view logs. I like this. And it's got a lot of stars, which I like. Let's see who this guy is. I'll usually go in before I just like willy-nilly copy paste. I'll go like check out the developer who wrote it. See who the hell he is. Technologies. Interesting. Obviously, we'll read the actual skills file too. I think it's very. Wait, what? Oh, this is kind of cool. His website looks like a VS Code terminal, and this is actually a really cool idea. And so you can ask the website about him. What? Let's ask. What was Daniel's first job? Daniel's experience. This is actually really cool. A really cool concept for a portfolio website or whatever. AI engineer at Hedginger.io. Let's see what this is. I actually love that idea so much. Meet your hedge fund's AI platform. Okay. So off the rip, I would say he's a pretty trustworthy guy, maybe. Just based on these two things, right? Like this very unique portfolio website, heavily integrated with AI. Obviously, the whole thing is AI. Oh wow. AI SaaS platform with 2 million plus downloads. Code GPT, AI coding assistant with your own API key. Very cool. Cool. I'm gonna come back to this website because I absolutely love it, but let's go in here and grab this skill. Oh wait. View logs, redeploy, restart, or remove deployments. Used for deployment lifecycle, deployment visibility, list status, history, troubleshooting, errors. Yeah, so a lot of these skills, if you'll notice, this is a pro tip. A lot of the skills have built-in CLI commands, right? This is just a CLI command. And so because Claude Code and Codex now live inside the terminal, it can just call these. So this isn't anything crazy as far as like capabilities go. He's just listing off all the things that Railway already lets you know that they do, but he puts them in this skills document, and so that you can access it agentically or whatever, which is dope, right? Super dope. But that's like the whole idea. And if anyone's like watching this and like they're looking into getting into like agentic coding or agentic workflows or anything, a really smart place to start is skill, like somewhere like this, right? skillsmp.com. Look up whatever skill you want and then go read it, right? Actually read the skill document and see what they're doing. See how they're formatting it. What kind of things that they're doing inside of it. And it'll give you inspiration to build your own skills for the own things that you want to look into, right? And so this is actually sick. So just from reading this, you can learn a lot about how agentic coding works, to be honest. Yeah, literally he's just offering this whole thing, this whole file is just listing off the Railway CLI and the different options, right, that you can do with it. So thanks, bud. He did it for me. Claude Code templates. Oh, let's go see if it actually deployed skied. No. 6 minutes ago, whilst I was yapping. Deploy logs. Details. PNPM could not be found. What? Okay, so it built it, but then it couldn't execute PNPM. So we just have to give Docker. We have to give Docker access to that package manager, basically. All right. Skills to install. Oh, bummer. Let's make this bigger. This guy's got a lot of them in here, actually. We're just looking for go just find Railway for now, but I am working with the API soon, so yo, what up, Jay? But let's go find the Railway agent skill in here and I can run it up. It'd be nice if I could just like push R and it went to the R's. This is probably the thickest skills repository that I've seen in a long time. It's like development stuff, working with AI agents, building a basically a repository to where someone like you, honestly, could download it and then build something like our macros builder on your own, just with like natural language, and you would trust that it would like work and not break, basically. So basically like a production level software starter pack. All right, why are there so many Railway? Deployment, docs, docs. Why are there so many Railway skills? It kind of pisses me off. So, all right, let's go with those. Claude Code, project, Symlink. Yes. Did my mouse just die? I think my mouse just died. Nice. And it's one of those, oh no, this is bad. My mouse just died. And it's one of those Apple ones where it's like the charger is on the bottom. So I'm gonna have to find another mouse. Because this is gonna take ages. Well, not ages, but any amount of time to recharge.
That's super annoying.
Apple mouses are dope because the batteries last forever, but it's so regarded that it's a charger from the bottom. All right, I gotta find another mouse. That's crazy. Does this thing work? Don't tell me this is dead too, dog. The good thing about this one, even if it is dead, the charger's in the front. So, we should be Gucci. So dumb though. Or not. Dog, that's so annoying. Wait, it moved. I'm thrown right now. Ah, nice. Okay, we're cooking. Let that other one charge. All right, different error now. Where were we? Runtime error. Fix the row dashboard. Find custom start command. Sometimes I will just start command. Clear it, leave it empty. Slave and redeploy. So we go in here. Wow, this is so fast. Okay. Settings. Start command. Custom start command. Yeah, clear it, leave it empty. Don't know why it's telling me that, but yeah. Health check timeout. Oh, so it added a bunch of these on its own. Deployments. Build logs. That looks good. This is the old one. Is this the old one? This one. No, it's the new one. Okay. Starting health check. Bummer. We'll see what it says when it gets it back to me. Okay, build failed. Bunch of module not founds. Let's see what this little cutie says. That the runtime stage only copies the root node modules, need a copy per workspace. Just to confirm, we are only deploying the API app, correct? We're not trying to deploy all the other apps like Docs, E2E, Marketing, MCP, Tunnels, Web, etc. Here. Three-step multi-stage build. Each stage builds on the previous. and only the final stage contents end up in the deployed image. Keep it lean. Stage 1, the base, foundation toolchain. Stages shared by depths and build. Nothing project specific yet, just node and npm. Okay. Okay, run the build commands in the dependency order. db generate generates a Prisma client against the schema. Schema build makes sense. db build. I think that makes sense to me. Okay. See if this little cutie gets going. It'll be nice when this is done, so we can start building features out for this boilerplate repo. Seems big to me. 300 megabytes seems like big to me. I'm gonna ask chat about that. Question, the Docker image seems to be around 350 megabytes according to the build logs. Is that fairly typical for a boilerplate service like this that has one API endpoint? Okay, well, just curious. So now that we have the railway skill, I can go in here and do Claude. I'll probably ask it, analyze my most recent railway deployment. Well, actually, I'm gonna have to go in here first and download the railway CLI. I'm fairly certain I have to do that. Railway CLI 5 days ago. Installing without the agent configurator. Install Railway CLI with agent support configured in one step. Sure. Oh, perfect. Better auth. The app caches immediately on start because the auth package production was not provided. The app never binds to a port, so all health check. Okay. I'm gonna do this off screen, obviously. Is that a wizard, dude? That's fine. Alright, let's bring this back over here. Let's try and deploy it again, see what happens. That's cool, I could have just done it from right here, I didn't even see that. I don't want them checking up on me and what I'm doing, to be honest. So it said it up here. Well, I cleared it just a minute ago, but it said that they collect random data, which means they collect all of it. Yo, what up, Quigago? How you doing, bud? Yeah, but Railway said that they collect random data. It's not random. They collect all of it. And so, personally, I don't want them to. So, Railway telemetry disable. So you don't have to worry about them spying on you. Okay, performing health checks. Okay, sweet. I think we got this running. And so after this, we'll go add our custom domain to live at API dot launch. So, oh, bummer. I was so hopeful. Why'd you fail though, bud? It needed, like, why doesn't it give you more information than this? Like, there's nothing I can even copy and see. That's crazy. Build logs. Health check never became available. Or replicas never became healthy. What does that mean? It's kind of crazy. Oh, I don't have a database URL either. So I gotta add that in there. Let me do that off screen too real quick. Don't mind me. Don't mind me, Blaze. Variables, add a new variable. Database URL. Squeak this over here. Is fairly certain. Fairly certain that's what it was. I could probably just stop this, but I think there's just an environment variable missing. So I added that in there, and we'll see what happens. Anyone in chat into the Punisher, the show, or the superhero, like the comic character, or whatever? I am. I actually used to have a weighted vest that I would work out with, and it had like the Punisher on it. It's actually kind of dope. And then someone stole it from me, which is so dumb. And I thought, I used to live in a small town, and I thought that I would probably like see them running around with it, but I never did. But it was like so, like it was one of one. And I was like, bro, you stole that from me, from the gym, and you're gonna be afraid to wear it, like, forever. Like, you're never gonna post a video with it, never gonna post a photo with it, because it was very, very, very unique. Because I kind of did the whole graphic myself, and it looked very realistic. I don't even know if I have any photos of it, which is really sad. But anyways, all I have to say, I just found out that they came out with like a little mini movie, like a final episode. Sure, One Last Kill, I think. Yeah, the Punisher. It's like 45 minutes long. And yeah, mine looked similar to that. It wasn't that good because that's premium. But anyways, yeah, they released like this one mini movie. It's like 45 minutes long. And I started to watch it last night, but I started falling asleep because I was so tired, dude. And so if I can't watch something all the way through, I just gotta turn it off. It's either power through or turn it off, and I just couldn't stay up last night. Anyways. All right, so we deployed that. It is online. So the next thing we need to do is connect a custom domain. This value is set in HOML. Where's I want domain settings because I want this to be my own. That was a wild red herring, by the way, boys. Speaking of another red herring, The Boys. Quigago, did you watch the TV show The Boys? Okay, I need settings, not environments. Domain. Oh, right here. Public networking. Access to this service publicly through HTTP or TPC. We'll do a custom domain. We'll do app.launchsoku.io. Choose your target port. I don't think I need to do that. I don't think I need to do that. What? Only saw shows like that I used to watch when I watched TV, like America's Got Talent. Oh, I got you. Yeah, the Boys was like really weird, dude. It was like, it's a good show. It's like an entertaining slash a very good storyline. But some of the things that they add in there are just like super weird, dude. So I just wondered if you watched it. Because the final season just came out. And I finished it the other day. Private network. Ready to talk privately. Why is it my Soku and not launch Soku? Can I edit this? Launch Soku. Because I'm going to use my Soku for something else. I know that for a fact. Okay, add domain. Connect. This is what I love about Cloudflare because it's so widely used that a lot of services like Railway, Vercel, Doppler, anything will have one click. We'll have this result using downtime depending on functionality of the conflicting. Oh wait, what did you ask me? Not app. Did I say app? Hold on, cancel. I think I did say app in here. That would have been bad. That would have pissed me off, dude. I did say app. Yikes. I'm glad I read that because sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just like, YOLO, can I edit this? Delete. Custom domain API dot launch Soku dot io. Select the port, sure. Alright, okay. I almost made a big oops, dude. Yikes. That was gonna take my website down. Okay. One time, I guess, proxy, authorize. I'm confused about the port though. I haven't seen this before. I mean, I know locally I know you use a port, right? But not production. Whatever. Okay, let's go to cloud. Flare. Let's go to login. Let's see our domains. Overview. 0 unique visitors. Nice. DNS records. So you got both the APIs in here, which is Gucci. Okay, this is online. So, in theory, can I hard refresh this? If I hard refresh, waiting for DNS update. In theory, if I go to Postman and I go a new one of these, I go HTTPS API dismiss API dot launch soku.io / healths blocked Cloudflare gateway. It's probably because of my VPN, methinks. Let me turn it off real quick. If the stream freezes or whatever, let me do. Nice. That's okay. So we have deployed our one API endpoint, which is healths with a Z, to api.launchsoku.io, and anyone watching the stream can spam it. So the next thing is probably adding rate limit. Because God knows someone's gonna run it up just for the fun of it. And it's probably gonna be you, Quigago. I know your type. You're like, oh, public API. Yay. That's the thing about streaming, is like, I'm not saying you're actually gonna do that, but if anyone does do it, I know it's you. So yeah, I guess we need to add a rate limit on here. Thankfully, we already have Redis set up. And it should be pretty simple, to be honest. Dude, that's probably the funniest comment I've read in a long time. I don't like to see the world burn, but I do love watching people be the brunt of it. That's funny. It's like, that reminds me of that Michael Caine quote, Alfred in Batman. It's like, some people just like to watch the world burn, dude. It's funny. Some people just like to watch the world burn. Anyways. All right. Let's go back in here. She forgot to update this, which is funny. I always forget to do this. There's gotta be a way to automate this. That should be my next side quest. Shoot, this thing froze again. No, my next side quest is gonna be, so the little like counter, the daily like goal on YouTube at least. I made that myself, and it's like this code in here. It's just like a basic HTML file that pulls every 15 seconds and queries the YouTube URL. But I have to just make sure I get this right. I don't want to screw up again. Yeah. But I have to switch out this YouTube video ID every time I start. I have to wait for the video to start. And so maybe my next side quest will be figuring out how to make this auto-populate locally so it automatically updates. It seems like a massive waste of time, but yeah. So I've actually been tricking everyone that's joined into thinking that there was actually 3 likes when there was only 0. But don't hate the player, hate the game. Anyways, okay, so now that this is live, we do need to add rate limits. So that's what we're gonna do now, because I'm gonna try and not be super irresponsible. Okay, I have everything deployed on Railway. I have it connected to my domain, which is api.launchsoku.io. But I need to now add rate limits I need to add global rate limits to the API to begin with 5 requests per hour per service, eventually per user. And then we can increase and decrease that as we need to, but obviously we want to think about the API as public first and then internal second, right? And so we'll have our own internal API endpoints that we won't release in public, but we will have our own or so we'll have public API endpoints as well. And so we want to think about when we're implementing the rate limiting system to take into account that it will need per user limits. Okay. Per client IP, globally one counter should no. Per service, the consuming app, per user, skip the per service step. Well, I think it needs to be per user. Most common starting point. Every distinct IP gets its own 5 per hour budget across all endpoints. Easy to implement with Nest. Throttler, no auth dependency. The risk is legitimate user behind a corporate mobile. Yeah, no, that's why would you even suggest that? That's crazy talk. Use the authenticated user ID for your better auth session as the bucket key. No, because we're going to want to do per service. With an API key, because like we want people to be able to generate their own API keys and use it for different things depending on what they want, you know. So I think we're gonna go with, dude, why won't you just go to number 3? Am I tripping right now, dude? Per service, the consuming app. Each consuming service identifies itself via API header or service name and gets its own 5-hour budget. You need to add API key auth or some identifier. Migrates cleanly to per user later. Yeah, per service. Redis. It's funny. Dude, look at this. I don't know if you can see this. It might be too small. Is 5 per hour really the number, or is that just a placeholder? Yes, literally 5 an hour. It was a placeholder. Use something sane. Okay, we'll do this one because it made me laugh. It's funny. It's actually really funny. All right. So we're going to add rate limiting. And then after this, I want to add a subdomain. I think I would like to do this on stream today, is because this is production, and I want to do a staging environment too, because I feel like with a staging environment, I mean, anything you build, and you know this, Quigago, but like, this is my number one shit detector metric. If someone knows what they're actually talking about, and like someone sells you something, or someone's, especially in this AI era where everyone seems to be an expert in something, where it's like, oh, you know, copy paste this thing and you can sell it to, you know, hundreds of clients. and it's like some sort of AI workflow system or some sort of but it's if the thing that they're selling has a staging environment too. Because if it doesn't, and like you're telling people to sell something that they'll have to make like updates to in production, that's crazy. That's absolutely insane. So yeah, exactly. I think this is what I think you were on stream the other day when it was talking about who's that guy building basically a Tmux launcher or whatever. Shoot, now I can't remember what his name is. Or what even the service's name is. Shoot, I can't remember. You know what I'm talking about though. And like you gave the dude that bought it some heat because, I mean, granted, whether the guy that bought it, I can't recall his name either, but he was like, you know, I want to support this guy, which is great. I am in full support of the homies supporting the homies, you know? Yeah, Bridge Mine. Yeah, that's it. But that's basically what he built, right? I think, from what I understand, that's basically what he built, was like a Tmux 2.0. But it's just like instead of in the terminal, it's like a desktop app or something like that. But again, like, he's seeing success with that, which is awesome. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for anyone who can find a way to make money doing what they love. But to your point, everyone's kind of doing that agentic development environment kind of idea. How can we better use these tools? It's like, that's my thing with all this stuff, dude. It's like, you don't need all that. You just need to know a little bit about what you're doing. Yeah, most likely. I'd love to peek under the hood at some of these guys' stuff, like their actual code and stuff. I want to say one of Bridge Mine's things is open source, actually. I don't know which one it is, but all right. Here's a full picture of what I added. Variables, we'll go in here first. Variables. I want to add more than one at a time. Raw edit. Bummer. Okay. Let's do this off screen, because that always seems to happen. lettuce. What did it ask for? Redis URL. Throttle TTL. Default. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on a second. This guy. I need notes. God damn it! Why does it happen every time? This guy. Go in here. Add this. Add in 60K. Throttle limit 60. And service API keys. I don't know. So web is see what happens. Saying what way? Okay. Okay, I slapped one together in a few days that I use. They're actually super helpful. At the end of the day, it's literally what VS Code just stripped down. It's, yeah. An Electron Tari app with a Tmux launcher. My point is, it's insane to give someone $50 a month for a slop. Yes. Mine's open source, no Apple build though. But it would probably be really easy to add in an Apple build, especially if you're using Tari. Yeah, bro, send me the link. I don't think you can send the link in chat, but send it like, just send me the, send the GitHub, like half of the GitHub URL. Like this side. And then I can just go to it. Clanker dash built. Oh, like the dashboard is like just kind of mid. I'll work on it, dude. Hell yeah. I'm all for like open source stuff. I need to throw this Soku voice thing on my GitHub and open source it too, because like, and add some like oh, I got you. Cool. Please tell me you know what that's from. Cool. Yeah. I got you. Sick. Yeah, I'll go check it out, dude. Oh, that's kind of dope looking too. It's actually really dope looking. Cause yeah. It's sick, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it. Probably tomorrow, to be honest, after I get this rate limiting thing done. Okay. Developer Workspace. Clanker Grid is a single window desktop app that brings your terminals, AI coding agents, Git tools, and browser together in one focused workspace. It's built for developers who live in the terminal and want the tools to live there too. Terminal Grid. AI harness. The cool thing about Tori, it's basically a React app, from what I understand. From building this very haphazardly, it's basically React. It's like a web view almost. Correct me if I'm wrong. Clankerbuild.com. I love that, dude. I love this too. This looks like the one that my original one that I built. I can't go to it, dang, because it's a new domain. But it looks like shoot, what is it called? Temporal. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Clanker Yap. Oh, you already did this. You literally already did what I just did the other day. I like your name more though. I called mine Soku Voice. That's actually hilarious, dude. That's sick, dude. This is so dope, bro. What do you use to generate like your assets and stuff? Gemini? Probably Gemini. Very cool, dude. Alright, what was I doing? I think... Did I push this? I did. So if I go back to... It's deploying right now. Deployment successful 7 minutes ago, which seems accurate. Now, I should have done 5. Just to test it and see, because I'm not gonna do 60, but all I gotta do is go in here, send. Ah, dang it. Can I do it in the browser? No. How long is your, out of curiosity, how long has your website been up? How long has this been up? Because that's a cool fav icon. Oh shoot. Because I think my VPN blocks new websites. Wait, you built this in 2024? Is that real? That's probably not real. Wait, did you build this in 2024? How long has this been around? A few months, yeah. Yeah, because my VPN blocks newly registered domains for whatever reason. So I gotta turn my VPN off real quick to check the API endpoint so that it might launch Soku. Dev. Tables. No. Production. That's emails. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, money. Won't I need to do... Oh, wait. Some database migrations so that we get the new tables in the database environment. Because right now, when I hit the API endpoint, I don't think it is getting rate limited. But if I go to Redis, maybe it doesn't show up. Usage, Sunday, not today. Oh, Wednesday. Is this today? Okay, so it did one. Maybe it's not saving it as tables and rows in Postgres. Let's see what happens if I hit it again. I'm fairly certain. Oh, it's Redis. Yeah, I'm gonna change the default limit in Railway real quick to 5 to see if it does it instead of 60. Why can't I deploy? Don't tell me that I can only deploy a certain amount of times a day. That would be infuriating. Details. Deploy changes. It'd be nice to know why I can't deploy it. Right? Wait for this to deploy, hit it 5 times, and hopefully it gives us some sort of rate limit message. Or maybe it'll probably just fail because we haven't added the rate limit messaging and error handling yet. So yeah, after we do that, oh no. Why would changing one environment variable break it? Bummer. Why? Maybe. To be honest, bro, I don't even know if I do. Which, I mean, I do know what I'm building, but I don't even know if it's like super useful. But it's a place to start for people who might not know how to code. Basically, it's just boilerplate code with everything in it that someone would need to build a successful SaaS business, agentically or otherwise. So yeah. But I'm building it for myself because I'm building my own application on top of this that will use all of these things. It'll use the MCP, it'll use the API, it'll have a CLI, it'll have all that stuff in it. But as a starting point, someone could, download this repo and enter in all the environment variables for the different services like Railway, Resend, Vercel, etc. And hopefully within a couple of hours, probably less than a couple of hours, have a working production grade website and web app and MCP and CLI and APIs, that they can just come in here and start building out their features instead of having to build out all the infrastructure and durable execution layer and event-driven architecture and all that stuff. Does that make sense? So it's basically like what Lovable does, but scalable, because lovable websites, lovable web apps are not scalable. Right, because they can't do all this. Like they can't help someone build an MCP, for example, that can be accessed by even hundreds of people. But with this, if anyone was like, I have a good idea and I want it to be available via MCP, they could do it. You know, they just have to come up with the idea of whatever it is that they want to do. Maybe there's a better way of explaining it though. There's probably a better way of explaining it somehow. I hadn't thought about VPS. That would be cool. Okay. Okay. What do you mean by that? What's the benefit of a VPS? I mean, I guess it's just a computer that's always on somewhere in the cloud that lets you do stuff like you were on your own computer at home, versus having to keep your own computer, open all the time if you wanted to do something like a Hermes agent or OpenClaw or whatever, if that's what you mean. I mean, I get that. For me though, dude, sometimes it's like I don't even know what I would use OpenClaw for. Like, because a lot of my stuff that I do, like, it's not really repeatable. Like I do a lot of dynamic work, and it's like I don't need OpenClaw to like poke around on my computer for me. Anything I do is in code, and I can access that from like Claude Code mobile or Codex mobile or whatever. So yeah. Interesting. Cheap as Hell basically runs any web stack outside of email and offsite backups for like $3 a month. So which one do you use? What do you use for your VPS? what service do you use for VPS? And like, what's your top 3 use cases for VPS? This is like new. I've literally never run or started a VPS before. OVH VPS hosting. Websites, okay. Instead of hosting on something like Vercel. I got you. Okay. So could you host an MCP server on a VPS? Well, I guess so. If it's a cloud service, you might be able to. Interesting. Yeah, exactly. Especially as like software engineers, being a front end engineer is not it. Like you cannot be a front end engineer and expect to have a lasting job. You have to be, like you said, infrastructure, DevOps, solutions engineer, something. I think a valuable skill set to have is actually, but yeah, you can run whatever you want on it. You get root on a Linux install of your choice. Okay, wow. Okay, well this said, it said deployment successful, but there's some errors in here, bud. Let's see what happens when I hit this endpoint again after I turn off my VPN. So it'll probably glitch again, unless it's caching it. Oops. Which I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think that's working. Let's go to Redis. Okay, it has 4. But I think this might just be from the deployments. Oh, health is explicitly excluded. I wanted to keep it in there. That's the whole point. That's the only... Skip throttle. Dude, why would you do that? I only have one endpoint. How else am I going to test it? Goober Joe. Unless I have another one. No. App module. Yeah, you Scooby Joe, what are you thinking? Let's just, oops. comment this out for now. Silly goose. Throttle health test. Get push. Okay. That was the whole point, brother. I feel like, Quigago, I feel like you fuck with this guy. Primogen? Primogen? Can't remember his name. You've heard of this guy, yeah? I'm almost positive that you like this guy's style. Because the way you dev, this is giving World of Warcraft it's giving World of Warcraft because it is. Logo. It's similar. It's similar to this, right? I'm not crazy. Let's go 2010. Yeah, I mean, it's close. It's the same shape, right? It's the same shape-ish. Tell me that's not giving World of Warcraft. Alright, big dog. Okay, lock in. Focus. What's going on here? We're deploying this again. We're trying to get our public API rate limited so that the trolls of the world can't spam me and run up my tab. All for kicks and giggles. They get nothing out of it besides temporary satisfaction, right? They just want, like Quigago said earlier, some people, well, like Alfred said, Michael Caine, some people just like to watch the world burn, dude. And rate limits make sure that doesn't happen to little old me. Because right now, someone could come in here and spam this until oblivion. And like every single service I use would charge me thousands of dollars, which I'm not into. I don't want that to happen. I got things I want to buy, dude. I got things I want to purchase. Come on, dude. Are you kidding me? How is changing one thing? Throttle healths. 10 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, deploy logs. Dude, not cool. Wait, is this rate limiting me? No. I thought this was rate limiting me from deploying, which is not the case. Dude, go away. I thought my rate limiting was working against me for a second. I'm trying to unplug this. See if it still works. Yes. Health controller. Redis connection itself is broken. Config issue on your side. False API crashes requests when Redis is down. Code resilience is an issue that I should fix. Why is Redis connection itself broken? I don't think that there should be a connection issue because it's just an API key, right? It's just an environment variable. Variables, Redis URL. I actually think it was working against me. My own rate limiting was like, yo bro, you can't deploy too much. So the first thing I want to build for Soku actually will be like API MCP integration to where a user can go into Claude and be like if they want to do like some sort of motivational quote, and it'll be like they'll say the sobering thing about time is that you don't know how important it is until you make a memory from it, which is in the future, which is in the past, right? Which is in until you make memories, which is in the past. So say they said use the Soku MCP and post a video to Instagram, post an image to Instagram from one of my templates that says the following, right? And it'll take this text, hit the Soku MCP and API, go through and create or grab a template, like, I don't know why the images aren't showing that. That's actually super annoying. Templates. Create a template like this, and in here it'll say these words, and then it'll generate that image on the server, and it'll post it to their Instagram from there. Or wherever they say, like whether it's an image, or Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever. And so, because sometimes like I want to do that, and I don't want to go create in Canva this same style of like form cozy, right? Like this. Because he posts this style a lot, right? Well, he used to, at least. These guys, right? And sometimes, well, he used to do this, like this one. So I actually have in here, in the we call it sandbox or V1. You can't see it for whatever reason because I don't know why the images aren't showing up. But actually I have a media library and I have images in there, and I have a template that when it's of type image and it has a background in there, it'll pull a random image from the media library into this, and then whatever elements are on top of that, like text wise, so it could be the same thing, right? It could be just like this, where it'll pull a random image from my image, like my media library, put it back there, and then do what I just did, add this text right here instead, kind of on autopilot. And so Claude becomes my social media manager, kind of. Oh, dude, I remember seeing this chick a long time ago when I was like back in like the trading and stuff. I didn't realize she was still kicking it. That's dope. Hopefully she's doing well trading wise. I'm sure she is. I think she did futures. That was random, I saw that. Okay. Where was I? Launch Soku. Oh, it was in here. How do you set the Railway Redis service plus variable reference? You added the Redis service. I think I did. Pasted the public Redis URL from the Redis Services Connect tab. I think I did that. Let me do this off screen real quick. Redis. Details. Yeah. That's what I did. Seriously? Is that true, dude? What? That seems dumb to me, to add an extra S. How would I have known that unless it told me to do it just now? There's nowhere in the documentation that said that, at least. Maybe I'm crazy. I think my chat window on OBS just like froze up because I just now saw that your comment. You watched some of his video content, so I can skip most of it, but he's got some good things to say. Yeah, he's a generalist. He's definitely an a software generalist. Like, he doesn't, you can't learn much from him, I'd say. He just has some like helpful opinions sometimes, talking about the Primeagen, whatever his name is. I think it's Primetime. But he seems like a cool lad. Yeah, he seems like a cool lad, though. Alright, let's see where we are with this deployment snafu stuff. I think I can get rid of this entirely. And then bring this back over. Ooh. Fancy. Alright, now we can go check our HTTPS healths. Gotta disable my 6. What? Ah, nice. We did it, boys. So now these unfortunately the VPN kind of screwed up just a minute ago, but progress report, we're getting a status code of 429. Too many requests. So now people can't spam me on any of my stuff, which is a big W in the chat. Big dubs for the boys. Big dubs for the boys. Sweet, I'm gonna push that change to GitHub, wait for it to deploy again, and then we're gonna call it a night ski. we deployed our API to our subdomain. We rate limited it so cheeky bastards can't screw with us. Yeah. Dope. I do want to wait and see if this deploys correctly, though, because if not, we're going to run it back. We're going to run Run that shit straight back, dude. Yeah, we gotta go. I'm gonna go look at your. I'm gonna go dig into your TMUX stuff. And. Dude, you know what I really want to do? Okay. Nice. You know what I really want to do is buy a supercomputer and try and run local models, like big parameter local models, and do what I do with Claude or Codex or Gemini or whatever for pretty much free. Oh no, dude, it's your project. I'll PR into it. I'll branch off and PR into it. I gotta get it running locally first. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that's a side quest for tomorrow. Maybe the side quest is nice. Health check succeeded. Yeah, maybe that side quest for tomorrow is like reviewing that live, which would be cool. Maybe even like use it in here for like a feature that I want to build. That'd be kind of cool. I started on GitHub, so I should be able to find it pretty easily. GitHub. Yeah, I'll probably do that tomorrow. Maybe that's a side quest for May 27th. Is reviewing Clanker built and like putting it on this project and seeing what it can do with it based on agents and stuff. So when you use like this, what do you normally use the parallel agents for? Like, do you have like a back-end agent, a front-end agent, and that kind of shit? Or is it like different tasks completely, like build this feature, build feature A, build feature B, etc., etc.? Yeah, I don't either. I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand parallel agents. Like, I think I said this the other day, is like, as long as like you have your skills kind of set up, your project architecture and like, I guess, project context. And I think as far as like the future goes, these models are going to get better. These models are going to get better by just... Oh, interesting. You don't even use skills anymore. I think the models are just going to get better to where you don't need auxiliary agents or parallel agents. Like, I feel like people are building tools that are just going to be replaced. Can I type in here? No. What'd you use to build this website? Is it a next? Is this next? will say, dude, Next.js is the framework for front end. And even like microservice backends, right? From our API, folder structure for the serverless functions. Next.js crashes. Agents have the memory of a goldfish. By the time you stuff their context with some skill file telling them how to use GitHub, it gets more shit wrong. Yeah. This music got real mellow, dude. It's like it knows it's 1 a.m. All right, boys. Well, mission complete today. Getting the API deployed to Railway. Slapping our rate limit on it. I'm gonna go back and change the rate limit from 60 or from 5 to 60. It's more realistic because tomorrow we'll be doing some testing and stuff. And then tomorrow, I think I'm gonna pull this down and see what next part of my Soku I could do with it. I have yet to figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow yet, though. The goal today was the API. I want to get on here, I want to get API, maybe like stage STG dash API, so I can do the staging API. And then that's kind of like nuts and bolts, so I probably won't stream that. So maybe tomorrow is end-to-end testing, for like the sign-up flow. Just get Playwright in there and ready to go for like future implementation. Maybe. I don't know, but we're gonna play with Clanker build tomorrow. Clanker built tomorrow for sure. Alright, fam, it's been fun. I'm gonna bounce. Probably try and get one more meal in before I go to sleep because I only ate 1.5 meals today. And I crushed a chest workout. It was gnarly. I probably hit triceps harder than I've hit in a very long time. So, yeah, I'm a bounce. I appreciate y'all hanging, chilling, cutting it up with me. Quigago, appreciate you hanging. I'm gonna pull this up tomorrow, dog, and I'm gonna do whatever it is I'm gonna do in Launch Soku tomorrow with your tool and kind of like evaluate it and stuff. I'm stoked. Super stoked. Alright, fam. I'm out of here. Peace.